Hey family, what's going on? Klaus here, and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be going over the greatest Town Hall 9 attack that you have ever seen, guys, the MSMD, and it is a 3-starring monster, guys. We've got several replays to show you, and this is the first. As you can see, we've got just a ton of witches and some king and some queen action, clan castle bowlers. Now, you don't have to have clan castle bowlers. It kind of depends on the base design, but that's why I'm going to show you so many different bases and different attackers that you'll be able to see how this is done on different base designs. Now, MSMD stands for the monkey see, monkey do, and it came down from one of our co-leaders who saw another person do this and copied him and fine-tune the attack, and that is why it is called the MSMD, guys. So, mass witches, guys. The attack can come down to 17 witches, and almost always is a 3-star. If you pull off this attack, if you deploy your troops correctly, if you put down your spells correctly, if you scout the base correctly, you can 3-star any Town Hall 9 with this attack strategy. And as you can see, guys, again, it was very spammy. Throw down basically all of your troops at the beginning of the attack and just watch your troops do all the work, guys. It's basically a mass witch 3-star with a couple of little tweaks. So we'll go over each one as we watch, guys. But as you can see, Harambe taking out Troll in a cage, the large and in charge 3-star, taking out these buildings very quickly. The mass witch, I mean, you can see, guys, there are still so many witches and skeletons still alive that this attack strategy seems unreal. And as you can see, corner Tesla, that was tricky, Troll. So let's get into how to do this attack strategy. Now, we're going to go back out into the attack log. You're going to be able to see a whole bunch of 3-stars and then some, you know, where they experimented a little too hard and didn't quite get that 3-star. But let's check out the replay, guys. Again, Harambe, who is the creator of this attack strategy. Harambe's main account's name is Chimps. He's a co-leader of the Boston Tea Party. And guys, so as you can see, he's got himself a ton of witches. He's got a golem this time, and he has, look at the spam. So he deployed 3 or 4 witches on either side, and then he's sending his troops directly, and he's got 2 jump spells. One of them goes in and leads toward an X-bow. That is the key, guys. Normally with these attack strategies, you're gunning for the enemy queen or the enemy clan castle. And guys, after all the experimentation that we've done, you don't have to worry about the clan castle. As long as you keep a poison on them, you're good to go. The main thing is get rid of the X-bows. That's the main issue. Now, if there's a cluster of really heavy splash damages all in one place, then that might take special consideration, guys. But as you can see, guys, I mean, with jump spells leading into both X-bow compartments, he's not trying to bang his witches up against the wall. He's keeping them moving. He is using his king and his queen, his clan castle bowlers, very nicely. They're going in, they're taking out all the inside defenses, and now they're gunning and working on the outside layer of defenses. You've got tons of witches still alive on the outside on both the left and the right. You got a bowler and a wizard also on the outside, which helps a lot. And guys, it just, the skeletons overwhelm the defenses. That is what it all boils down to, guys. If you can get a good funnel, and that means 3 or 4 witches on either corner, and then get the major portion of your troops to go into the base, you will 3-star more often than not. We actually did an experiment in one of our clans where we had the attackers, the Town Hall 9 attackers, only attack with this strategy, and our overall percentage was higher than normal for Town Hall 9v9 3-star. So again, Harambe on the Great One, he's attacking this one now with only witches, 17 witches. He's got a few wizards as well. Look at that span deployment, guys. He's got a clan castle golem this time, no bowlers. For those of you that are curious about bowlers, you know, if you don't have bowlers in your clan, this is possible without bowlers. The only trick is you have to make sure that you have level 2 witches. We tried on level 1 witches, it just doesn't work. So we jump in then to the X-bow compartment here. And I believe this is the attack strategy where we actually have a jump fail, and it still is a 3-star. So check it out, guys. Giant bomb, no big deal. The witches are hanging back. The golem is triggering the giant bombs. Here's a jump fail, so the golem still has to bang on the wall, unfortunately for him. His king also gets trapped behind a wall, so he pops his king's ability, but he's got witches on both sides. And look at the queen on that far left-hand side of the screen, by the way, guys. You've got 3 or 4 witches that are going to overwhelm the queen. He went ahead and dropped a poison spell on the queen, and there you go. Now you have a clan castle. A lava hound's very common for CCs nowadays. and even if the witches decide to shoot the hound, they don't do enough damage to kill the hound to begin with, and still the skeletons continue to do damage on things like the enemy queen, the buildings around the base, and obviously the defenses. Now, the witches in the middle are still going strong. We get a golem up ahead. The queen is hanging back shooting stuff. You got witches hanging back shooting stuff as well. Huge crew of witches at the bottom still destroying stuff. And guys, it really does come down to the spam style witch strategy. Make sure that you get in and you take out both expos. You'll hear me say that a lot today, guys, but make sure that you go in, you jump into both expo compartments, and you take them both out. Also, guys, make sure that you got at least one poison spell for the enemy clan castle, unless it's a lava hound, that's not a big deal. Or the enemy queen, depending on what's going on. If you got like a really heavy, hardcore clan castle, then you're gonna have a hard time. Look at this hound following 1,000 skeletons right now, guys. Just hilarious as they go for a corner hut. And as you can see, guys, you had 5 witches working on that hound, and it still never popped because witches don't do a lot of damage. Their power is in their skeletons. So very nice 3-star, guys. That's the 3rd example of, I think, 8. If I'm not mistaken, I think we have 8 examples, maybe 9. I don't know, honestly, but we'll hop into the next attack, guys. Here we have another Harambe. Again, the creator of this attack, he was attacking other bases. And as you can see, guys, the compartments of this base are very, like, longitudinal, if that's even a word, where he's not going to be forcing his witch. Look at that spam-style witch. Just witches and a clan castle golem and his heroes, guys. And he's going to jump into that expo compartment. He's going to jump out of that expo compartment, and he's using the length of that compartment to his advantage, because the witches are going to have a hard time getting through any wall compartments. So his king is in, the enemy golem, his golem is in the clan castle, actually a clan castle golem, no big deal, guys. He's going to drop poison spells on both the enemy golem and the enemy queen. He's got witches on both the right and on the left. Of course, I think his left side is looking a little bit weak, but he's got a strong side on the right, which works out just great. As long as you got a good, strong one side or the other, it works out fine. And guys, the witches are just gonna plow through this base. His king still has his special ability, and he doesn't need it. The poison spell kept the queen at bay. He's got so many skeletons and so many witches still alive, even if they're splash damage, guys. They're too slow, the mortar's too slow, and it ends up getting distracted on skeletons anyway. Especially if you back up your witches with like 1 or 2 wizards, it ends up being a solid and easy 3-star. Now his king is stuck on a wall right now. He still doesn't use the ability. King's gonna come help out with the enemy king. The queen shoots the king. There we go. King turns back around. He's gonna go do his thing. We've got witches behind the queen, tons of witches at the bottom. King is kind of doing the tanking for us right now, guys. And if you see that, guys, there are not very many defenses remaining on the base. He finally pops his king's ability. He's gonna get him through that wall. Queen's gonna take out the splash damage wizard tower and the archer tower up here. Actually, the skeletons are really doing some work on that skeleton, or that archer tower there. And now, guys, it's all gonna come down again to just a small cluster. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 witches and unpopped golem. Look at that unpopped golem up there. No big deal, guys. Shout out to the 3-star again for Harambe, again hitting these bases, and I don't think they were even scouting these bases. This is how strong this attack strategy is. So let's go ahead and check out the next attack, guys. It is Awakened by Force against Gronk. Now this is examples of on that same base, except with non-max heroes. Again, it's got level 2 witches, but these heroes are only level 16 to 17, not 30-30 like you've been seeing. So this is proving that this strategy is very viable even at non-max heroes, guys. He's got a few wizards and a few witches on either side, jump spell leading into the expo compartment. He's actually brought a rage spell because he's got some golems in the clan castle, which you all know rage max bowlers in the clan castle are amazing. But he's got golem up and ahead. He's working on the enemy heroes right now. He's got a witch and some wizards on both the left and the right. He's got his main kill squad going directly in at both expos. I think it's the first time I've mentioned that. Hopefully that is a take-home message, guys. Choosing an attack, an entry point is not about the enemy queen or the clan castle in this strategy. It is all about getting your troops in for both expos. They are the main killer of those witches. You would think it would be the wizard towers or the mortars, but there's so many skeletons that even if there is a lot of splash damage, usually those witches and the skeletons can still overpower. And then obviously backed up by a queen, backed up by some wizards, it works out just fine. And actually this attack was very clutch because that wizard tower dropped right before the witches died. But look at all the crew. The crew on the bottom that just took out the town hall was massive, guys. Queen is now working on the wall. She still has her special ability. We've got tons of skeletons coming up these defenses in every direction, guys. I mean, MSMD, monkey see, monkey do, is just a crazy strategy, guys. It's beautiful. And obviously, Clan Castle Bowlers helps as well. But as you saw some examples without bowlers, it is still very possible, very, very possible to 3-star any Town Hall 9 with this strategy, even without Clan Castle Bowlers. Just bring 17 witches if you want to with Clan Castle Golem. But notice, guys, that sometimes you bring a golem, sometimes you bring two, or not, obviously you always bring a golem, sometimes you bring 2 golems, and that's if you're attacking the base on a heavy splash damage side. Now let's see Harambe back on the base against TK all day, and this time he has got 2 golems, he's got 8 wizards, or more than 8, he's got tons of wizards and tons of witches, guys, and he is deploying both golems because he's coming straight at basically all 4 wizard towers. If you look at that base design, all 4 wizard towers and both Expos are in the same compartments, guys. So he's jumping into that wizard tower compartment. He'll jump out of that wizard tower compartment into the Expo compartment. And inside that Expo compartment, you will see a rage spell on those bowlers and also a poison spell on the enemy clan castle. Baby dragons this time, no big deal. He's got a golem witches on the bottom with the wizard. He's got wizards, witches, and bowlers on the right-hand side. On the outside, they're gutting the base, but they're also wiping out the outside of the base. Especially the funneling is key in this attack strategy, guys. Now the king is up ahead, and he's actually going to end up getting stuck on a wall now at this point, but that's perfectly fine. Queen is going to work on that wizard tower, so that wizard tower drops down very nicely. Now, guys, you can see all the troops wrapping around the base. You got the king that's going to start working on getting through this wall. Queen's going to shoot over the wall. Keep working behind all those distracted defenses because of the skeletons working out perfectly, guys. I mean, now we're down to just some point defenses, and there's far too many troops remaining in order to for the base to defend. So another dominating 3-star for the MSMD, Monkey See, Monkey Do. And again, this attack strategy was created by Chimps and a buddy and a co-leader of mine, Minya, from Boston Tea Party. And they came up with this strategy basically by copying somebody they saw on stream. They're like, I think we can make that better. And that's where you get Monkey See, Monkey Do. They just copied the attack strategy. And look at that, guys. They make their way, take out a corner of hut, and now they're making their way back down to take out another. And still a commanding 3-star. So shout out to Harambe with that, guys. We've got 2 more examples for y'all. You know, more non-max hero attacks, just for those of you that may not be sitting on 30 heroes, which I know a lot of y'all aren't. So let's check it out, guys. We have, oh, this is Harambe again. Okay, well, the last attack I believe is a non-max hero attack, but here we go. We are on this base. He is deploying. He's got all witches and a couple of wizards. I mean, that's all it is. You put a cluster on one side, a cluster on the other. Notice that the Expo is within jump spell range, so he can jump spell into the Expo that's also in the king compartment. He's got all of his witches down. The jump spell is going to be leading into that wizard tower cannon compartment directly into that Expo compartment. The king is in there as well. The golem is tanking. The king is tanking. We got witches and wizards everywhere. Those skeletons are keeping everything nice and busy. Rage spell is going to help that golem and that king, and all those skeletons do their work as well. Jump spell will likely be over that clan castle, and it's going to lead into that second Expo compartment. There you go, right there. That Expo starts shooting on probably skeletons, but maybe that golem or that king. Either way, all the taking is being done by the right troops, and all the damage dealing is being done by the other troops. King's already used his special ability. That hound did pop because the queen decided to shoot it, but it's no big deal. As long as you have poison spells, it is not a big deal at all. Enemy queen is nice and busy and got destroyed by witches. Again, this strategy, you don't have to worry about where the queen is. Just make sure you got a poison spell for the clan castle and the witch, or the queen, and you're good to go. So witches like crazy in the middle, guys. I mean, they're like, it's like open season on those witches right now. Unfortunately, the funneling didn't go perfectly, but still tons of damage being done to the Expo, guys. There's a strong army of witches on the top coming around, but still the witches in the middle destroyed that Expo. So it's very nice. Queen cleaning up defenses like crazy, and now they're stuck behind the walls. 1 cannon remaining. Witches are going to wipe it out while the cannon was distracted on the skeletons and the golem. The skeletons just dominating this town hall right now, guys. Watch this. Bam! And then it is going to end up on that builder hut up there in the top right-hand side. So yet another 3-star, unscouted, with a different style of entry point and also a different style of clan castle. So very, very nicely done, guys. Now we got one more replay for y'all, and the replay, I believe, is, who is it? It's Gronk. Okay, so this is actually Gronk's mini count. 20, level 20 king, level 21 queen. We've already seen this base hit before, but actually Gronk is going to do a better job attacking this base than Harambe did, because remember that spell fail at the beginning of the video, guys. So again, guys, like 17 witches, a few wizards on either corner, gonna jump into that expo compartment there, leading with the skeletons keeping everything distracted, the golem and the king doing some tanking as well. You got witches just shooting stuff left and right. You got wizards backing all that up. Queen and king into the core, guys, and they're leading into the expo compartment again because you want to take them out. Have I repeated myself enough on that? That's like the main thing that you need to remember. The main thing you need to take away from this, guys, is get rid of those expos. So one expo drops, it actually leads into the second expo compartment. He drops and pops his king's ability. A rage spell is down as well. And both expos are now down, guys. The king and the golem and the skeletons will easily keep those Teslas distracted. Queen is going to hang back and shoot those splash damage wizard towers and whatnot. Poison spell over the enemy queen. Our queen's going to step up and help out with the Tesla, the wizard towers, everything in the middle. By the way, meanwhile, there are a bunch of witches on the bottom and on the top, kind of cleaning up the outside ring there. And then obviously our queen wipes up the enemy queen with the poison spell. And is the clan castle even lured yet? That's the question, guys. Is the clan castle even lured? It doesn't really matter, again, because, you know, this attack strategy with all the, I mean, 1,000 skeletons every attack is just super strong, guys. The most recent buff to the, and look at that, the queen died this time, and it's still going to be a 3-star. We got a lava hound in the clan castle. Lava hound's busy on skeletons anyway, but look at the king. King is busy on skeletons. I mean, the king's going to die in 2 seconds. There we go. So now we got, again, 1,000 skeletons running around. The witch is shooting stuff over the wall. It's really the perfect combination of things, guys. And then, of course, again, the hound busy on all the skeletons. And in this attack, guys, the skeletons are going to be busy on the wall for a little while. The cannon's the last defense remaining. Those skeletons get through that wall, a max Tunnel 9 wall, in like, you know, maybe 3-5 seconds. It's amazing. And then all these skeletons dominate that queen altar for the win, guys. And that is it for MSMD. You know, we've covered every single aspect of how to get a 3-star. I hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments if you liked it, and if you've tried it, and if it works for you. Again, guys, choose your attack side in a way to where you can use 2 jump spells to get into both expo compartments. Also, make sure you use poison spells in the enemy clan castle or the enemy queen, whichever one just makes more sense. And obviously drop 3 or 4 witches on either side first to establish your funnel so that the majority of your troops go into the middle. And if you can get all that established, heal over or rage over the majority of your kill squad in the middle, it's going to be 3-star more often than not, guys. Like I said, as a clan, it improved our percentage by 10-15% in that one experimental war where everybody used the attack strategy, and it was a lot of fun, guys. So again, guys, the best Tunnel 9 attack strategy. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Like this video if you liked it, and if you found it helpful, please share it with your clan mates and your family and your friends and your dog and whoever else needs to know about the MSMD, because it is going to hit the world by storm, guys, as the greatest Tunnel 9 attack strategy that there is. But at this point, guys, that is it for me. I love each and every one of you, and I will see y'all again next time.